Hello and welcome to episode 5 of the Deck Durdle. So if you need an introduction to what the purpose of this series of videos is, I suggest you take a look at episode 1. I'm going to dive straight in. This week in episode 5 we're on to a sealed deck build from a pool of 3 Mirage virtual boosters and 3 Weatherlight, and we'll see what sort of things we build from that. With this particular block, there was a sort of graveyard matters theme going on, particularly once you get onto Weatherlight. And then other things to look out for, we got the cumulative upkeep, and obviously flanking was a thing in the block. So we'll keep our eyes open for that. So I'm going to go in now and generate my sets using the trusty mtgen.net website. So firstly we're going to do our 3 packs of Mirage, and we will have a quick look. Okay, so yeah, there were some legends in the block, and here's one in our rare slot, Hakeem Lawweaver. And in this one we've got Ancestral Memories as our rare. You can see that charms are a thing in the set as well. And Mangara's Tome, okay. And also diamonds were a thing in Mirage. And one for each of the colours of mana. There was an interesting combination here where there was a series of cards that you could use to search out each other. So there was Urborg Panther, Feral Shadow, Breath Stealer, and then those in combination with this Urborg Panther would help you hunt out a Spirit of the Night. Which we don't have. Okay, let's export this and to Frogtown so that it correctly puts in our set identifiers, which we're going to clean up in a moment. We're going to put those into, oops, here's the one from last week. Put those into Notepad. And then make sure I close the right thing here. Go back to the main website page. And we need to find Weatherlight. Here we go. We need 3 packs of this. Generate sets. What do we got here? It's our rare in our first pack. Pendrel Mists. Also, there was a number of drakes in Weatherlight. There's a really strong red in this pack. Or just represent red represents well in the pack. I don't know how good these cards actually are. Oh, here we go, Scorched Ruins. Once that comes online, it taps for 4 colourless mana. But it does mean when it comes into play, you have to sacrifice 2 untapped lands or bury it. There were some interesting artifacts, which I suspect is why you have a card like this. Let's see if I can, I don't think they're in here. Oops, sorry. Jumped ahead of myself. Hang on. Xanthic Statue was an 8-drop. We got Mind Stone in the set. Yeah, the card I'm thinking of, I'm just trying to remember if it was in one of the other sets. But there's a whole series of 2/2s for 4 I think they were chimeras. I think that's, yeah. So obviously that, if you had some chimeras, this would be handy. Okay, let us export these as well. Take a trip to Frogtown. Oh, before we do that, we must do our find replace. So I'm going to run that, and then we'll do it on the other side. There we go. Replace all. And so if you've not watched the previous videos, the reason why I do that is when I bring it into Architect, it can recognize the 3-letter set identifiers, but only if they have brackets around them, like, you know, regular brackets. So the square brackets, it won't recognize them with those, so that's why I'm swapping those out. Okay, so we create deck. I do have a legend in here, and sometimes when you're using this, it needs a comma in a strategic place to work, but we'll see. I've had pretty good success so far with the legends we've picked up in the other videos. Thinking about it. Bingo, all the cards have been found. Okay, let me reduce the zoom on this a bit. That's better. And we'll save that before we do anything. And I'm going to sort this by colour. So it should sort within the different types. It doesn't get it in Wooberg order. It sorts in the colours in alphabetical order. So we do have a Necrotog, which is, where's it gone? Move the top card in your graveyard from the game. +2/+2 until end of turn. Okay. Got our Scorched Ruins and our Sky Diamond. I'm going to have a quick look at the artifacts because they're playable in any deck. So for 5 till end of turn, Xanthic Statue is an 8/8 artifact creature with trample. Touchstone, tap target artifact you do not control. We've got Mindstone, adds 1 colourless mana to your mana pool. You can sack it to draw a card. Mangara's Tome, when Mangara's Tome comes into play, search your library and choose any 5 cards. Shuffle these cards and put them face down under Mangara's Tome. Shuffle your library afterwards. If you lose control of Mangara's Tome, remove all cards under it from the game. 2. Instead of drawing a card, put the top card from under Mangara's Tome into your hand. Okay, that's interesting. And then we have a Sky Diamond. Comes into play tapped. Tap, add blue to your mana pool. Play this ability as a mana source. Okay. Let's have a quick look through, see what sort of removal we have here. So we've got one of the charms here already in our instance. Choose one. Target player draws a card at the beginning of the next turn's upkeep, or target creature an opponent controls phases out, or target creature goes flying until end of turn. Yeah, I'm not too sure on that one. I tend to leave the charms in when I'm doing my first pass because sometimes modality is really useful, the ability to choose. So we've got a bounce spell in the form of Boomerang in blue, moving on to green. Destroy all global enchantments. I'm going to sideboard that. There was a lot of enchantments in the deck. I'm sorry, in the set. But let's just put that in the sideboard. Oh, hang on. Did I just drag the wrong thing in? I certainly did. Oh, hang on. So that's destroy all local enchantments, and that's destroy all global enchantments. Okay, so we'll leave that in the sideboard for a moment. We've got fog, which I will sideboard. Choking vines. Play only when blockers are declared. X target attacking creatures are considered blocked. Choking vines deals with creatures. Okay. We've got combat trick. Volcanic geyser. Volcanic geyser deals X damage to target creature or player. Yep, definitely. That's handy. Got removal in red and direct damage. Thunderbolt deals 3 damage to target player, or 4 damage to target creature with flying. Okay. Desperate Gambit. Flip a coin. Target opponent calls. Okay. Yeah. No. Bit random. Boiling Blood. Target creatures attack this turn if able. And Lorium. Untap target non-attacking creature. That creature gets +1/+3 until end of turn. So that's a pump spell on a blocker. What do we got here? Tendrils of Despair. Sack a creature. Target opponent chooses and discards 2 life. If I'm playing... Let me just sideboard that. We'll see if there's a... what do you call it? A Graveyard Matters theme in my pool. With X creature cards in your from the game. Haunting Misery. Yeah... I'm going to put that out. I remember I've got it. I ran into problems with that, I think, last time. Destroy target non-swamp land. Non-basic land. Yeah. Dream Cache, draw 3 cards. Okay, that's okay. Ancestral Memories. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. Put 2 of those cards into your hand, the rest in your graveyard. Anaro Beasting. Does 2 damage to target creature or player. That's interesting. So you got Sorcery Speed in green. 2 damage. Okay, for 3 in a green. Okay, oh, here we go. Yep. Terrorist Torch. Interrupts the target. Okay. Does X damage to target creature or player. Right. Looks like we might be playing red, I'm afraid. We seem to have some nice removal again. And some nice pump spells here. I think I said this before. This block seems basically where, I don't know if red came of age, but there's a lot of interesting red cards in the block as a whole, which I think then went on to feature quite heavily in mono red decks, if my memory serves me correctly. So we have a look at the enchantments, because they had some interesting stuff in the set. Firstly, there were a lot of enchantments. Secondly, there were these instant enchantments. This is not one of them. We're bound to see one in a moment, I think, where you could cast it either as an instant and then immediately ends up in the graveyard once the effect has happened, or you can have it as an enchantment and then it's permanently in play. Okay. Yeah. Let's sideboard that. Which one? Damage dealt to enchant creature. Damage to creature's controller. Take that one out. You choose to play Saw as if it's an instant. Oh, here we go. If you do, bury it at the end of turn. Enchanted creature gets +0/+1 and gains flying. Each creature gains during your upkeep, pay 1 or bury this creature. Interesting. There's some interesting sort of blue lockdown stuff in the set, actually. Charging creature does not untap. Okay, here's another example. Let's leave this in for the moment. Nature's Kiss. Remove the top card of your graveyard from the game. Enchanted creature gets +1. Yeah, I don't know if I want to go down a graveyards matters thing. Again, I'm going to just see where this goes. Target creature loses flying until end of turn. Oh, fire breathing. Like that. Betrothed of Fire. Sacrificed an untapped creature. Charging creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. So there's definitely sack outlets in this set. Weatherlight. Another instant enchantment. So protection. I'm going to sideboard that. That's prismatic circle. Damage prevention. So I'll just put that in the sideboard for the moment. And Aura of Silence. Artifact and enchantment spells cost target opponent an additional 2 to play. Destroy target enchantment. Okay. Scorch Ruins. So, what have we got? We've got this jangling automaton. Jangling automaton acts on tap all creatures defending player controls. Nah, not for me. Igneous Golem, 5 for a 3/4 with trample for 2. Let's just see where this goes if we get desperate for creatures. Zombie Scavengers, remove the top creature card in your graveyard from the game, regenerate. Wall of Corpses, sacrifice Wall of Corpses, destroy target creature blocked by Wall of Corpses. There's that Urborg Panther, which is actually a 2/2 for 3 in this pool. But you can use it to destroy a blocking creature, so that's interesting. Shadow Rider with flanking, 3/3 for 4. Idyllic Wraith, 2/2 for 4 with Swamp Walk. Idyllic Wraith. Damage any player. That player chooses and discards a card. Because there's so few good creatures, I tend to hold on to them for the moment. I got Necrotog. 1/2 for 3. Remove top creature. +2/+2. Okay. Maya Shade. Sacrifice a swamp. Put a +1/+1 counter. Okay. So that's all 1/1 for 2. If Greyborn Zombie is put into graveyard for play, put Gravebane Zombie on the top of the owner's library. Feral Shadow has flying. It's a 2/1 for 3. Dirtwater Wraith, Swamp Walk, and it's got, you can, for cost of 1 black, can pump it, and you can just keep, if you've got spare black, you can just keep pumping that. Cadaverous Knight with flanking, 2/2 for 3 with regenerate. Blighted Shaman, sack a creature, target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Sack a swamp. Whenever you're doing stuff like that, you really need a reason to have that in the... Yeah, there's actually quite a lot of graveyard, well, I say quite a few, there's a few graveyard matter things in here. We've got Abyssal Gatekeeper, which often makes its way into a lot of graveyard matter commander decks when you're playing black. Okay, just leaving that. Okay, Tellurian Drake does have flying and phasing. 2/4 for 3. Timid Drake gets bounced back. Yeah, he's far too timid. What does this fella do? Flying, put target creature enchantment card from your graveyard onto Hakeem Lawweaver. Treat the enchantment as though it were just played. Use this ability only during your upkeep and only if there are no enchantments on Hakeem. Would Voltron be a thing? I mean, I gotta find some way of getting enchantments into the graveyard. Fog Elemental. It gets destroyed when it attacks or blocks. Yeah. Blue's not looking great. Let's just ditch blue. I mean, we had some nice lock here, but it's just going in too many different directions. Okay, moving on to, first of all, let's just see what reason we have for playing white. So we have as a knight with flanking. There's a load of these, like 2/2s for 3s with flanking and some sort of activated ability. Oh, there's that griffin. But we're not really playing any other griffins. Another knight with flanking. 2/2 for 3. And 1 for 2 with damage prevention of 1. Banalish Visionary. 1/1 for 1. Prevents combat damage on a target blocked creature. Oh, there was Guild Mages as well in the set in Mirage. Here's the white, green, blue one. Yeah, let's get rid of these. So I'm going to slightly different approach to narrowing down here. I'm just going to do it as I go through the colours, I think. Speed the process up a little bit. Okay, so we've been through black, interesting stuff in there. We haven't been through green and red yet, so let's have a look. Let's go to green first. So we got a 1/1 for 2 with flying, and it can destroy artifacts. A 5/4 for 4, but it has cumulative upkeep on it. We've got a 3 and a green, 2/2, striped bear. You get to draw a card. Card draw on green. You don't see that very often. Rogue elephant. Oh, these creatures, yeah. So we've seen these before because obviously we've been through these sets once already, and now we haven't done this combination before. But when we went through Weatherlight and just did all 6 Weatherlight, if you remember, there were a lot of these creatures where when it comes into play, you have to sacrifice something. Llanowar Sentinel, I think this is. So when it comes into play, you may pay 1 and a green to search a library for Llanowar Sentinel card. So we actually have 2. So that'll hunt out itself. Okay. Llanowar Behemoth, tap a creature, +1/+1. Jungle Worm. Okay, sort of reverse well, I don't know if it's reverse flanking, but basically for every creature assigned to block it beyond the first, Jungle Worm gets -1/-1 until end of turn. Starts out as a 5/5 for 5. Oh, there's another ATOG. Sacrifice for a forest. +2/+2 until end of turn. So I could do green-black ATOG shenanigans, but that means I would lose my red removal. Well, I suppose I could. I could splash red via Shino Warrior. 4/2 for 4. Searing Spear. Akiri, that's the another 2/2. Yeah, another knight. Yeah, with flanking on it and some sort of activation. Goblin Vandal will destroy artifacts. 1/1 for 1. Goblin Grenadiers. Dwarven Berserker. Destroy target creature or target. Okay. Interesting. Dwarven Berserker. Crimson Rock. 2/2 for 5 with flying. When it blocks any creature without flying, Crimson Rock gets +1/+0 and gains first strike until end of turn. So that makes it what, 3/2. Cinderwall. There were walls in the set. Cinderwall blocks, destroy it at end of combat. Okay, so we can't attack with it because it's a wall, but it's pretty, and we lose it in once it's blocked. But it's 3/3 for 1. Okay. Bloodrock Cyclops. So it takes each turn if able. 3/3 for the very. Okay. Let's get rid of green. Okay. Black, red. Aggro it is. Oh, there's our green. ATOG. How are we doing? 41 cards. Okay. So we're going to have to do a bit of pruning here. Let me save that. We got a lot of creatures actually this time round. 27. So this is good. So what do I want to lose here? We're not playing blue. I don't know anything where having 4 colourless mana is going to really benefit me. Apart from this fella. 3/4 for 5. Let's just get rid of that. We can always bring that back in. I'm going to get rid of the Scorched Ruins. I don't know if I want to do... Yeah, that's a bit risky. Mindstone. I don't really want to top down artifacts at this point. Yeah, that's a lot of work to get that up and running. Okay, so here we go with our red. Take that out. That's good. Good, we've got fire breathing. This is looking very interesting. Okay. I don't know if I want the Abyssal Gatekeeper in here. I don't know if I want a 1/1 for 1. Let's remove those cinder walls. This is pretty aggressive. Vanilla's fine. Okay, I like ones where I can invest stuff into. Actually, it comes back. I don't know if I want to be sacking swamps myself. It's fine. How are we doing? 28. 3-1 for 3. Yeah, we don't want really any walls in here. So I've got to aim for I need 23 cards, and then I've got to add in 17 land, so I can go either way. 24, 22 non-land spells, and basically any spell, and then between 16 and 18 lands. Do I want a mana rock in here? Do you get card draw? So I don't know if I want to lose any more creatures. Yeah, I'm going to take that out. Remove one of those. And dirt wart. Do I want to turn those in? Yeah, that's good. Do I want to play 2 of these Borg Panthers? Let's have a look at the mana curve first and see. So I'm gonna switch this to CMC. Okay. Yeah. That's not really doing anything. Okay, this flying, so that's 5 to cast for a 2/2 with flying. You've got to without flying. Crimson, no, I don't know. "23 cards. This is going to be interesting. We've got a bit of a problem here. All of our creatures are actually 3-drops, which is rather amusing. This is really, yeah, I think might have a few problems here. I'm just looking to see. I suppose we've got some earlier removal. Okay. Might be okay. What the heck? Let us have a look and see what the stats say. Oh, that's nice and easy. 12 to 13. So if we're playing 17 lands. we could do 9 to 8. 9 black, 8 red. Okay. Here we go. Let's add some mounting. Oops. Yeah, we know. That woke us up. Oops. Can't spell mountain. Oh dear, what's the matter with me today? There we go. Swamp. And of course we need to go in and, you know, we've got to change the artwork. Okay. Oh yeah, I like that. I'll mount in. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. What did I say? So we have, yeah, slightly more black here. So right, let's play test. Okay. So we do have a turn 2 Thunderbolt, while we just have a single swamp. Dirt Wall Wraith. This is not going to be good. Swamp, yep. And got our mountain eventually. Yeah, that's not going to be a good game. Let's try again. So turn 3 Bloodrock Cyclops. We do have this time 3 mountains. Turn 3 Cadaverous Knight. Turn 4. We've got to find something to staple the fire breathing onto, so that's not going to happen very early with what we've got. Tin Swamp. Yep. I mean, we've definitely got stuff in the last 2 ones. We've got stuff going out turn 3. But probability wise, we don't have enough red removal at low enough a cost to take. I mean, we're getting, I suppose, turn 2 Thunderbolts here and turn 1, so they can't go out till turn 2. So a bit of a slow deck. Let us go back and see what else we can play around with. So from a creature's point of view, it was good, like red black, we had plenty of stuff, but I don't think it's quite fast enough. So what do we want to do? What other line do we have here? Let's organise. Let me just see if I can organise the side. I tell you what we do. If we organise the sideboard by CMC, organise the whole thing by CMC, what we might do is we might have to pick out creatures that we could get out earlier. So I'm not really interested in any ones. I'm more interested in like 2-drops. That are not 1/1s. This pool is not great. Yeah, there's just most of the good stuff is on turn 3, I think. We do have that rogue elephant. Okay, that's an idea. Let's just put that. Let me just see. Do you think we could go green-black? I mean, could be a thing. Yeah, see, we got no removal though in black. Tricky. Well, let's just see what, I'll tell you what, let's see what green-red looks like. Yeah, maybe if you can see anybody, you know, after I've uploaded this video in the comments, if anybody else can see any lines in this pool. It's a weird pool. I'm trying to rack my brains and think, would there be some sort of blue-black graveyard matters thing in here? But I don't feel that that's really strong enough. We don't want those. Okay, let's just see what this looks like. It is interesting though when you sort of, sometimes you'll just hit a wall. I'm mindful of, I mean, we could do some sort of 3-color good stuff, but it's, yeah. You know, all our good removal from my eyes is in red. I mean, I see some blue stuff. So I'm going to fix this in a moment. Maybe we have got to play stuff like the Goblin Vandal. I mean, that could be the other thing, is just to, like, you know, it's not always handy to play. 1-drops can be problematic. I will fix the land in a moment. I just want to see what the curve is worth, because if this isn't going to be any better than the curve's not going to be any better than the red-black build, then I'm going to run into the same sort of problems. It's not going to it's not going to make things better, either the same or worse. Okay. Oops, my mistake. Interesting. What's our breakdown like of colours here? Again, we got slightly more green there. Okay, well, actually I made a mistake there, didn't I? I put 8 minutes in. So red. Okay, let's just add in. Yeah, this is a tough one. I make a mistake here. I think I did. It might be what the problem was. Well, that's better. Try that. If I didn't make a mistake on the original one and only have so I've got 17 lands. I need to lose something here. Let's lose one. Llanowar Sentinel. Yeah, okay. Hopefully I didn't make a mistake on the first deck. I didn't even bother to check up here actually. I just assumed I got it right, but anyway, we'll see. Oops. But the more serious mistake would have been not changing the land. That's better. Can't have that. Okay. So we do have a turn 1 Goblin Vandal. Turn 3 Plugrot Cyclops, and turn 4 Goblin Grenadiers, and we have plenty of land. Okay, this is looking better. And 2 Fits of Rage. Okay, maybe red-green was the way to go. Okay, Curves Torch, wrote turn 1. Okay, so no, they can't play that till turn 2 anyway. So we have the forest we could sack. Venetia, turn 4. Yeah. Okay, this looks a little bit stronger. We're definitely not having to wait till turn 3 to do stuff most of the time. There's some stuff we can do on some of these drawers, so well, yep. So yeah, red green, that's the red green build. Black red I'm not too sure about. There was some it's all right. Let me just see something. Was there in fact, I don't know if there was a, is it Hakim deck? I mean, it would be fun to do that, but I don't think our our enchantments were that strong, and you'd end up with this sort of 5-color Hakim deck, which I don't know if that would be a thing. It's too like 3, yeah, 5-drop 2/4. I mean, the only way I can think of doing that is you do this, like, you know, however many colours the enchantments are in, all the useful enchantments, and then you just play cards to gum up the board. So, you know, you use your red removal, the blue bounce. I think there may have been something in green that was usable in that. You know, have low casting cost creatures that just act as chump blockers, and then somehow you've got to get, of course, your enchantments into the graveyard as well. So no, what's that, Hakim Magical Christmas Land deck? I don't think that's going to happen. Anyway, I'm going to call it a halt here, I think. It's not one of been my easiest videos to do. I think I'd definitely be moving towards the red-green build on this one. Let me know in the comments if you saw anything that I missed. There was maybe another build there. I couldn't see any interesting combo stuff. I mean, I'd be too worried, like the Mangara's Tome. If this gets blown up, it's a bit risky. I suppose that's a good... You see, you can't even do anything. Yeah, I'm just trying to think, does Mangara's Tome work with Hakim and you pull... Yeah, that might be a thing, mightn't it? Just looking here, see what we can do. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so there we go. That was our... what were we doing? Mirage and Weatherlight build. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.